going to be our arm bar from the closed guard.
So while I'm in closed guard, I need to make sure that I isolate one of the arms. My grips are going to be same side wrist control, and I'm going to bring it up and over onto the tricep, making sure I pull that arm at least to my center line. Now, when we're doing an arm bar, I do not need to pull the arm all the way across. This oversells the technique. This telegraphs what I'm trying to do. So at a minimum, all I need is that arm on the center of my chest. Now, see how I've pulled that elbow away from my hip. If I don't pull that arm enough, if I don't have enough control, I'm not going to have enough space for my hips to pivot out. So make sure that when we control this arm, we bring that elbow away from my hip right here. Now, I can open my guard since I have control of this arm. I'm going to bring my foot to the hip, ensuring that my knee is touching that shoulder, so that way it's hard for that arm to get pulled out. Now, in order for me to do the arm bar, I need to pivot. So it's important that my hips don't move. I bring my free leg up the back. That helps me clamp onto my partner's shoulders and breaks their posture. Now, sliding both hands down to the wrist, I can now bring my leg over the head. It's important to pinch my knees, clamping my heels straight down. Notice how I'm not crossing my feet. When I cross my feet, I have a tendency to flare my knees out, which reduces my pinch. So, keep your feet uncrossed. You're going to pinch your knees and clamp down. Now to finish, I need to start hipping up. Now notice when I hip up, there is this space right here between the wrist and my chest. That's the travel for me to hyperextend that arm to complete the arm bar. Swinging it back to guard. I want to do the other side. Same side wrist control. Grabbing the tricep on the outside, bringing that elbow away from my hip. That's going to help my hips move. So when I place my foot on the hip, my elbow, my knee is nice and tight to the shoulder. Now I'm going to pivot. So I don't want to shrimp. If I shrimp, now there's space for that arm to get pulled out. So I need to make sure that I pivot. So I can pivot by bringing this free leg up my opponent's shoulders, keeping a nice tight clamp to break the posture. Slide two hands to the wrist. That helps me bring my leg over the head. Now notice how I make sure that thumb is to the sky. That's going to ensure that I'm able to finish the arm bar. If it's turned in any other direction, I may not be able to finish. So, thumb to the sky, pinching my knees, clamping my heels down. Now I can start hipping up, which gives me this space right here to pull down the arm and finish the arm bar. So I'm back, 2 on 1, foot on the hip, pivot and clamp. Bring my leg over, thumb to the sky, hip up, and pull down. Always going back to guard.